Hey, what's up, everybody? ForneverWorld here, and we've reached the finale, the final episode of Bleach. I'm here today to do my review of Bleach episode 366. And, I just want to take a moment real quick to talk about something. And, it all started with this for me. I know people are going to say the Bount, but it all started with this for me getting this box set as a gift for graduation. And ever since then, it's just been one hectic ride with Bleach. And, to be honest with you, I'm pretty sad about this being the final episode, supposedly. But, let's jump into the episode. So basically, in this particular episode, Ichigo fights Genjo, finish him off. This episode goes by very quick. A lot of content went through here. Like, it just went whoosh, whoosh, really quick through the episode. We got Tsukishima tries to attack Ichigo. Rukia jumps in the way, and then Ruka jumps out of Rukia. A lot of crazy twists in this episode. And to be honest with you, it just felt really somber because as a Bleach fan, knowing that, this is like the last episode, every act that happened, I'm just like, oh, it's just another thing closer to the end and to the end. Basically, Tsukishima, pretty much halfway through the episode, everything regarding the Fullbringers is pretty much solved. Genjo dies. Tsukishima, pretty much gets carried away by Shishigawa, aka Mo. He gets on his back. Mo picks him up actually because he feels bad for him. Takes Tsukishima walking into the sunset, and Tsukishima pretty much, I guess, kind of dies. Pretty much, everything is solved with them. Yukio walks away. A couple things were changed because I remember in the manga, Yukio was like, "Give me a couple years." He was telling, I believe, Jackie in the manga, "Give me a couple years, and I'll be." I'll be better and I'll come back and help you and a couple of you guys, but that wasn't said in the anime. And, a lot of things was just wrapped up. Giriko, aka the Alfred looking guy, he's dead. He was buried with his watch. And Ruruka basically jumps away with her Fullbring step and says, "I just want to be forgotten." I remember the manga sillily made a mistake in saying that she committed suicide or something, but no, she just jumps away with her Fullbring step. And basically, at that particular point, all the Fullbring stuff is done. Then Ichigo goes to Soul Society to ask if he could bury Genjo's body in the human world, and we just see how much of a change Ichigo has made. Because first of all, everybody's like, "Oh, Ichigo's here. Is he gonna turn in his badge? Is he, ready to give it all up?" And he comes just to say that he wants to do that out of respect for him being a fellow substitute Shinigami. But that's pretty much as far as the line goes. He doesn't want him to be pardoned or anything. And surprisingly, Yamamoto says yes. Overall, seeing the development with Captain Yamamoto as opposed to the beginning of the series, he was like he would never have done any of that, and to see that he's changed a lot because of Ichigo. Ichigo changed a lot of people, which is people don't really look at that. Ichigo changed a lot of people. He changed Soul Society, millions of years of something that's the same, and he just came and changed it all. Captain Yamamoto changed. I really like the little joke. It kind of lightened up the mood for me when he's coming in and Renji's standing right there, and he's like, "Hey, what's up, Renji?" And Renji's standing there like he was trying to see what's going on. He's like, It's like, "What do you mean? What's up?" And then basically it's just the episode ends off where Ichigo goes back. He's leaving. He tells Rukia bye, and she says, "It seems like we always saying bye." And he's like, "Don't worry, this won't be the last time." And then he goes to the human world, and he sees all his family and friends down there. And the episode pretty much ends off like that. It played a great song. I really enjoyed the song at the end by Aqua Times, which is one of my favorite, I guess would be J-pop bands. Love the song. They actually played a good Naruto song a while back that I really enjoyed for an OVA. So I really love that band, and it was a great choice of song for the ending song. And the episode finally ends with a little bit of information, which is how a series a lot of times ends, or how a story for a character ends. I remember in Yu Yu Hakusho, when a certain arc ended, they had they would say Minoru whatever, blood type A, age 17, and they had that for Ichigo at the end. So kind of leads me to believe that the anime is pretty much over. Don't want to believe it, don't want it to be true, but it seems that way. Amazing episode. Animation flawless, everything was on point, nothing to complain about. Fight between Ichigo and Genjo, animated beautifully. I felt like almost if Kubo was going to develop the whole Genjo and Tsukishima background story, but I think because probably the anime was pushing on, he just decided to cut that out and not do it. And yeah, it's just a couple things were changed from the manga here and there because it seems like they just wanted this to be the end. I know that Crunchyroll has a listing for Bleach episode 367, but they also have a listing for the next Gintama episode. And if you know, a Gintama also ended, so I'm not sure if that's just a particularly a mistake, if they're actually going to be doing some sort of episode for those two series. But Beelzebub, which also ended, doesn't have a episode 61, which is would be the next episode. So I'm not sure if it's just for those two, if it's a mistake on Crunchyroll's part. We'll just have to wait and see. Keep our fingers crossed that there will be more. And overall, yeah, this is the end, people. I'm kind of again a bit sad about this whole thing, but everything comes to an end at some point. Amazing episode 366 of Bleach. I'll never forget Bleach. Still got the manga at least. It's not gonna compare though ever to this amazing adaptation of the manga into this anime that the animation style is always flawless. Wrapped a lot of the loose ends in the manga and made it nice. But yeah, let me know what you thought of episode 366 of Bleach. And one question I want to pose is, what does Bleach mean to you as far as just a series? And if you want to share your story of how you got into Bleach, I would love to read it. I'd love to see it as a video response or a comment down below. But that's all I have for this review. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Thumbs up if you really want to see more Bleach. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, like Bleach for the most part was, for me and many fans, have an awesome one.